Welcome to the DecimalChain channel. In this video, I continue to introduce you to practical examples of blockchain implementation in business. It will be useful for those who are engaged in entrepreneurial activity and are interested in using modern digital technologies. Because a few years ago, many people treated cryptocurrency only as money, and blockchain projects were created only by experienced programmers. But now the DecimalChain team has already implemented a product with accessible functions for all categories of users. You can learn more about the features by watching other videos on the channel. And now let's go to the case. Today let's discuss authentication on blockchain. In the last video, I showed you how it's possible to verify the authenticity of recorded information by using hashing. And today I'll show you different options on interaction with your customers so that they can independently check the originality of your product position. Let's take as a vivid example of where a fake can harm, and therefore where it's important to understand whether the product is genuine or not. For example, it's important for medicine or children's goods or some appliance. And so let's see two approaches of implementation. I will mark the time codes in the video for the convenience of the transition. The first option is when the production company uses the already implemented feature of interaction with the DecimalChain blockchain, a wallet that is available both via browser and programmatically on a PC. And we will need an important feature, checks. This feature allows any user who has a positive balance to create one or more checks with the required amount of crypto asset. And any person knowing the check number and password can cash it through the tap, pay off the check. Now let's go to practice. The first field is nonce. A novice user can ignore this parameter. It's a technical parameter and is listed here for special cases, for example when you want to reissue a check or cancel a previous one. You can find out more in the developer documentation. And here I'll indicate today's date, 14/05/2022. Now we choose a coin that will be transferred to the user when the check is cashed out. It can be a native DEL token, or for example, you can create your own unique token for your company. See the creation of the token in the corresponding videos on the channel. And in order to control the exchange rate and the amount of tokens, for convenience, create as many of them as the number of goods you have. And of course, in the future, this number can be increased. And next, set the minimum issue equal to the maximum, so that no one but you can buy these tokens. This way you will have full control over all the movements of your crypto assets, and when you have your own token, your client, who receives your company crypto asset from cashing out the check, already becomes a small investor in your enterprise. In the future, you can use these tokens in marketing activities, and at least for verifying statistics. Then we go further. In the amount field, specify the number of coins that will be credited to the user checking the goods. In our case, when we equated the total of the goods to tokens, we put the amount of one coin and proceed to the number of checks. You can do it one at a time, manually, or program this action and set the necessary of identical passwords for each check, or you can specify up to 1000 pieces at once in one operation and upload them to the table for further work, where the number, address of the check and activation password will be indicated. The last field, valid until the block, allows you to set a time limit on the validity of the receipt. Here you can link, for example, to the expiration date. And now I'll tell you how to count it. For example, the expiration date or the validity period of the receipt is 30 days. An average of 14,400 blocks are recorded in the DecimalChain blockchain per day. 30 days multiplied by 14,400 blocks is equal to 422,000 blocks. Now let's count up to which block the receipt will be valid. To do this, you need to see what the height of the current block is now. To do this, check the browser and find the blocks. Write down the number of the last one and add to it our already counted number 422,000. Now you can enter this amount in the valid till the block field, and thus, in 30 days in our case, when the blockchain reaches the block indicated here, the checks will stop working. If you don't need to make a restriction, leave the field empty and up to 1 billion will be entered by default. Click Release, save the table. Now, to make it convenient for the user to enter the address of the check, translate it into a QR code and write instructions, for example, in the way it's done here, on how to log into the DecimalChain wallet and go to the check cashing out section. You will have the same authentication instructions and a unique QR code with the receipt address and password attached to each product. With a successful check cashing out transaction, the buyer will be sure that the products come from the manufacturer, and using the advanced mode, you will be able to additionally carry out various promotions if the user leaves the messages you need, which will be visible to any blockchain user. Now let's turn to the second option, when you do not want to interact with the implemented functionality of the DecimalChain console, but you are ready to launch your own mobile app to make your own website for this. Authentication in this case may consist of the following steps. First, create two technical wallets from which tokens will be sent to each other. Second, create software that your customers will contact. As I have already noted, it can be a website, mobile or desktop application. The software's task is to activate and verify the transfer of the token from one wallet to another. The third step, the user receives an authentication confirmation and you register with yourself that the activation has passed. Everything is recorded in the blockchain and stays here forever, which means both the client and you are safe. This option seems shorter, but it is longer and more expensive due to the work of programmers and software. Here you can also use your issued tokens to control the remaining activations, as well as implement possible incentives for users with your company's tokens. But this seems as hard as a new analysis of the case related to loyalty points and marketing activities, which I will definitely prepare for you. And so that you don't miss the new ideas of implementing blockchain in your business, subscribe to the channel and stay tuned. We can talk to you and discuss questions about this case in the comments. And if everything is clear to you and you have already gone to implement this idea, then I will be pleased to see your thanks. Have a successful interaction with the blockchain and see you in the next videos.